What up, y'all? Y'all all right? Good. If not, let's get better. Getting ready to end the evening. Gotta go, put some hours into the job and everything. Went out and got my workout on today. Connected with one of my good brothers. I can't ask for no better Sunday than this. Sometimes, man, you meet people and all they need is a word of encouragement. Sometimes reasons and seasons. Sometimes you meet people because you need to put, either it's for you or it's for them. However, God shines through either way. Sometimes we put ourselves through pain because we're trying to ease pain. But sometimes, some people gotta let you know you all right, you good, you respect, there's something about you. Somebody sees something in you, Somebody can look past all, the negativity and say, you know what, it's something in you. You just gotta tap into it. Today I was reluctant. I have, these young brothers I've been working with, and I kind of, distance myself, not, because I see a bigger picture for them. But I also didn't want to let others' opinions guide my actions. So let me talk to these brothers one-on-one. Let me let you know how I'm feeling so that you understand how I'm finna work with you guys. Because again, sometimes when people get information, they'll write you off, I don't want to deal with that. But you say, no. That's the easy part, to walk away. But the hard part is to stand there and say, you know what? Do it all, you still standing on your own 2 feet. Do it all, you still got energy, you got the activity of your limb. What can we do next? Again, that humbling experience where it says, you know what? My brother, you walk through many different environments and be able to adapt. Don't give up. That's what they're used to, people giving up. But don't give in either. Just learn how to better deal. And make sure you put the boundaries there, because, I don't mind giving you, making a little gas money, but time management is don't mind, taking you for a ride. But hold on, have your stuff in order. Don't have me sitting outside 15 minutes. I'm going to start doing like Uber rides, and, if you ain't outside by 5 minutes, I'm about to roll off on you. It ain't to be mean or it's about now responsibility, accountability. Somebody's doing you a favor. Somebody's, taking their time out to say, hey, I'll do this for you. But don't keep them waiting for you. don't keep them anticipating, And then, hold on, not only that, to have it set up, this is, hey, are you ready for it now? I'm about to pull up. Clarity. You know what I'm saying? Some people get a little, but it's like I said, this is just as I used to do it back in the day too. Hold on, I'm ready. I gotta take 5 more minutes to put on another shirt. Gotta change the outfit for, But then when that ride left, it's like, dang, when they start leaving, all right, I know now. Again, just, giving lessons and blessings, because some people, again, may not understand what it's like to have someone who cares, a big brother, or someone who genuinely cares, in spite of, because you can see how many people out there wrote them off and said, I ain't. But to have somebody stick with you and say, okay, through it all, through your ups and downs, changing and turn around, I've been there. But I ain't going back. So now, again, full circle, again, selfish moments. So hold on, let me back up and make sure I don't get caught up in, I got no drama, I got too much going on, too many positive things going on. But also, don't give up and say, you know what? I don't even, no. You can't give up on it. That ain't the God in you. You know. The God is in you is to still speak life into him. It's eventually, the word is going to penetrate the heart and flow through their soul. Because they're already, experiencing some things that they don't really, want to experience. Or in positions that they don't want to be in. But now, instead of keeping them in that box, how is the question. A lot of things we ask, but how? People want to hide that information on how. A lot of stuff that, my business is because I asked the question, how? How do I get to that point? The first, how and what do, or where do, again, asking, receiving, seeking and finding, and knocking, and the doors is opening. In general, general rule is the game is to be sold and not told, because some of our people can't afford the game. And some of the people that can't afford the game are some of the most, are the people who can give you the most leverage in the game you're playing. So, again, I got to get the opportunity to teach, to show how we get to this point. How do we get to that next level? How? Pastor Merle, as I've been saying for a long time, putting the process in order. Having a process. So just in case I have to step away, whoever is next in line has a process to keep the progress going. Every one of the divisions of my company has a binder with exactly how to run that division. But I got to make sure again, patience, timing, seasons, structure. So tonight, as I'm out working my downtime, make sure my job is good, and my downtime, and making sure that this stuff is prepared, because we can procrastinate and let things go and say we're gonna wait till tomorrow. But again, you got to be prepared. Are you prepared for the season? Are you prepared for the quarter? First quarter, we talked about the power one. It started off with just me getting up, building the blueprint, trying to figure out the connection, trying to get with PI. Got it together. Second quarter, we talked about rewards. Now rewarding you with people that's going to be, dedicated and committed to seeing the mission through. Giving you people who are dedicated and committed to seeing success. Also seeing visions, missions, and purposes coinciding, working in cohesion. Again, patience, or as they say, long suffering. You gotta be patient. Sometimes, I got everything prepared, but if I want to do it in the proper way and have some oomph behind it, I'll be patient. But while I'm being patient, let me make sure I'm prepared. So when this, if it's a yes or whatever the case may be, hit the ground running and ready to roll. So today I had to recommit myself to Mason Shop. Next time I'm not a member, but now I'm an affiliate member. Because what they done for me spiritually since I moved to Finley is amazing. So as a man of God, you got to make sure you become a servant. and recommit and say, you know what? I know what I said I'm going to do. Yeah, I got a little, later I understand we got a lot going on and everything like that, but let me recommit myself and let me start, hey, this is what we need to know so I can make sure I do my part. Because all of us working to build the kingdom, to save and change and help. See, in the word Matthew 6 say, the things that you do, the relationship you have with him is already got his own rewards. You ain't got to go. I mean, like I said, I don't try to preach it, but when I hear a word, I got to speak it. But when me, I have my talk with God. That's between me and Him. When I close my door and I'm praying and I'm talking to Him, that's between me and Him. When I'm reading that word, I'm getting into that word, I need some answers. My reward come again by being able to wake up in the morning and some of that sun hitting some ideas. And you know what? I woke up this morning and I was going through the paperwork, youth development and advancement. Key cornerstone of what New Legacy is about. Was able to now formulate, break it down like a fraction, so that it's ready for presentation. So, today was a great day. And I don't know how it happened, but this morning I gave my spiritual talk this morning, talking about the root. The pastor's word this morning was the beginning of beginnings. The process. Understanding, like I said, again, I had to understand God's process. And once I started looking at His and started to see how it, started to see progress, wait a minute, if I stop doing it my way and I start looking at the process, now the process, I'm starting to see progress. The recommitment was because these brothers, when they said, again, I had to think about that Pop Baker situation. But he ain't, he ain't mad at me. He's trying to make sure that I'm giving you something. I'm putting my name behind you. Are you the right Negus? And now I said, my brothers had to sit in, are you the... You walk around here with, you're walking, talking about your king and that, but I'm a humble king because the God in me, God told me, my brother, you are a king. But where you leading? Hold on, who you following? Hold on. What's your distraction? So the recommitment is saying, let me stop letting things distract me, that don't even concern me. Let me stop, and you know what? Let me let the documentation speak for itself. This is the things I've done to make sure that I kept my commitment, or this is the things that I want to do to make sure, can I get your approval? Because it's a universal thing, because the things I do, yes, I want to be able to show my work. Because it may gain another client down the line. That's when the blessing comes, but I'm doing it because the Spirit took over me in one service from one brother. And I will never forget it. I'm internally grateful for that. They might have looked at me strange, but the tears were real. It came pouring out the spirit because I didn't know what to do at this point. Because now I'm trying to take care of somebody else's business. And guess what? It's hurting my business. I hate the way it ended, but enough was enough. May have caused some hurt feelings, but guess what? I don't have to take that. But that spiritual cry made you strong. Hold on, wait a minute. I ain't got to, hold on. Hold on. The song of the day is Smile Again by Kirk Franklin. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow. What did you say? No fear? I used to be scared of dance. People thought. But hold on, wait a minute. I spend money studying dance. I'm gonna dance like David danced. I had to use all my talents and skills because I might, maybe talking may not reach one person, but that dance, man, you. Maybe that, that conversation you had with that brother about the coach, man, that uplifted my spirit. The small things. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Merle, I am, like I said, you and Brother Jerome, thank y'all so much. The best is yet to come. Time, patience, love, joy, meekness, goodness, gentleness, all those fruits of the spirit that they don't show themselves, and next you know we're gonna start feeling like the papaya seed. Plant that one seed, give you 10 bushels. And every bushel, that one fruit, that one papaya, give you 10,000 seeds. And now you're, Ladies and gentlemen, that's my word for today. Love, peace, and soul. New day, new life, new legacy. What are you committed to? What is your legacy?